Hello my dear students, welcome to my channel MK Amrut Digital Classes and also welcome to the English language learning. Today let's learn something new. Are you ready children? Okay, let's begin our session with an interesting topic. Here we go.
Children, what are they doing here? Yes, they are playing Kabaddi. Have you ever participated in running competition and have you won the prize? Students, how do you feel when you win a prize or a medal? You feel very proud, don't you? You think, I'm so proud of me. Because you have achieved something big, that is, you have won the prize. So, in what situation we feel very proud? We feel proud about our Indian army because by risking their life, they protect Indian people, they save Indian people's lives. Students, what is this? Yes, everyone knows it's a telephone. Who invented this telephone? Telephone is invented by Alexander Graham Bell. I think everyone knows. Okay, what's this? It's an electric bulb. Who invented this bulb? Don't you know? Okay, the bulb is invented by Thomas Alva Edison. So, what do we call these people who research and find something new? Yes, we call them scientists. How do they feel when they find or achieve something big? I think they might have felt, I still have a long way to go, but I'm already so far from where I used to be, and I'm proud of that. My dear students, do you know about our Indian scientists about whom we feel very proud? So now let us know about our great Indian scientists. Okay, let's begin our second lesson. C.V. Raman, the pride of India. Look at this picture, my dear students, and identify these great people. Do you remember these people? Who is there in the first picture? Don't you know? Yes, you all know about him very well. He is none other than APJ Abdul Kalam. Now let's know about Abdul Kalam's brief biography. APJ Abdul Kalam's full name is Aul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam. He was born on 15 October 1931. He was an Indian aerospace scientist and politician who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He was born and raised in Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu, and studied physics and aerospace engineering. He spent the next 4 decades as a scientist and science administrator, mainly at the Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO and Indian Space Research Organization ISRO, and was intimately involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts. He thus came to be known as the Missile Man of India for his work on the development of ballistic missile and launch vehicle technology. He also played a pivotal organizational, technical, and political role in India's Pokhran 2 nuclear tests in 1998, the first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974. Kalam was elected as the 11th President of India, widely referred to as the People's President. He returned to his civilian life of education, writing, and public service after a single term. He was a recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Bharat Ratna, the highest Indian civilian honor. He passed away on 27th July 2015. That was about the Missile Man of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. What an inspiring biography, isn't it? Now, let's move to our lesson. C.V. Raman, the Pride of India. On the busy Bowbazar street in Calcutta, there was an old building. It was the headquarters of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. In December 1927, there was much excitement in one of its laboratories. C.V. Raman was showing a visitor some of his instruments. Then a young man, K.S. Krishnan, rushed in and announced, "Professor Compton has won the Nobel Prize." Raman was equally delighted and said, "Excellent news," smiling at the visitor, and then he was lost in thought. "But look here, Krishnan, if this Compton effect is true of X-rays, it must be true of light too." Few years earlier, A.H. Compton had shown the Compton effect. Let's see what the Compton effect is. The nature of X-rays changes when passed through a matter. The change was dependent on the kind of matter. This effect was called the Compton effect. Could light also change its nature when passed through a transparent medium? That was the question that Raman asked himself. For 5 years, he had been doing research in optics, the science of light. No sophisticated equipment was available in his laboratory, but Raman was confident that he could find the answer. On March 16, 1928, Raman announced his discovery of new radiation, the Raman effect. Let's see what the Raman effect is.
In 1928, Sir C.V. Raman discovered experimentally that the monochromatic light is scattered when it is allowed to pass through a substance. The scattered light contains some additional frequencies other than that of incident frequency. This is known as Raman effect.
It was a red letter day. With equipment worth hardly rupees 200 and limited facilities, Raman was able to make his discovery. For his discovery of Raman effect, he won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. C.V. Raman was the first Indian scholar who studied wholly in India and received the Nobel Prize. What a great Indian scientist! Let us know a brief biography of C.V. Raman. His full name is Chandrasekhar Venkat Raman. He was born in Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu on November 7, 1888. His father was a physics teacher in a college. He was a brilliant student right from the start. When Raman passed his matriculation, his parents were keen to send him abroad for higher studies. But on medical grounds, a British surgeon advised them against it, and Raman stayed in the country to do the MA course at Presidency College in Madras. Science had already made an impression on him, and he began to write research papers for science journals. When he was only 19, he became a member of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. Meanwhile, respecting his parents' wishes, he took up an administrative job in the Finance Ministry in Calcutta. His interest in science, however, did not flag. He used to spend his hours after office in the lab of the association, working throughout the night. In his youth, Raman was mainly interested in acoustics, the science of sound. He studied how stringed instruments like the violin and the sitar could produce harmonious music. He was elected to the Royal Society of London in 1924, and the British government made him a Knight of the British Empire in 1929. It was a high honor for any great scientist. His advice to young scientists was to look at the world around them and not to confine themselves to their laboratories. The essence of science, he said, is independent thinking and hard work, not equipment. C.V. Raman was the first Indian scholar who studied wholly in India and received the Nobel Prize. He was the first Asian and the first non-white to win such a great award in science. He passed away in 1970 on November 21. But his memories are with us. February 28, the day on which he discovered the Raman effect, is celebrated as National Science Day to commemorate his remarkable achievement in science. What a great scientist he is! With equipment worth hardly rupees 200 and limited facilities, Raman was able to make a discovery which won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930.
Dear students, you came to know about our great Indian scholars Abdul Kalam and C.V. Raman. Though they have faced many obstacles in their life, they did not give up their effort, and though they have limited facilities and they are from poor family, they achieved something big. Dear students, you too don't give up your effort even though many obstacles and problems you need to face in your life. Overcome those problems and try until you get success and bring your name, fame and pride to your parents, your country. All the best for your bright future. Thank you.